Corner from the left-hand side. And Elliot Anderson is the man who's gone across to take it. Anderson curls it in, high towards the back post. Wood goes up in the back post.
Yes!
For him again! And he's volleyed it home! Chris Wood off the mark, only 5 minutes into the season. And Forest are 1-0 ahead. Delivery to the back post was headed at first by Wood.
Yeah, nothing planned at all really with that. Just a ball stuck into the penalty box. The big lads went for it at the back stick. The ball bounced down perfectly for Chris Wood.
For
trouble.
Coyote. Oh, what a ball that is! First time from Anderson. Chris Wood takes on his man and scores.
There's trouble.
Now, was he onside? It's 3-0 at the moment. If Chris Wood is onside.
I didn't foresee a 60-yard pass straight down the middle of the pitch, all the way on the ground. With perfect weight on it into the path of Chris Wood.
Anderson now 30 yards out. Now Gibbs-White, corner of the penalty area. He's jinking away from Coyote and then turns a cross over towards Ndoye!
Yes!
And the Swiss £35 million man heads in! A diving header from Ndoye!
And that's saying something because Anderson's been superb, Sangaré's been brilliant as well. But Gibbs-White been head and shoulders above the rest. Got the ball on the edge of the box. It was a close call, but he's definitely onside for me. Ndoye. Gibbs-White has the ball edge of the box, being forced backwards, but then told to spin around. He spins around.
Murillo clears long towards Ndoye. Up against Chris Richards, he's done well, Ndoye, and then feeds it forward towards Hudson-Odoi, and Hudson-Odoi is clean through inside right channel.
Yes,
and scores.
Henderson
gets a toe to it, but that only deflects it into the top corner. Fabulous ball from Ndoye to release Callum Hudson-Odoi, and he was through beyond the last defender and fires home via the goalkeeper's legs into the roof of the net. And Forest are level 12 minutes into the second half. Hudson-Odoi from Ndoye. It's 1-1 at Selhurst.
Hudson-Odoi from Ndoye. Rather you say that than me. But what a pass from Ndoye. I don't know if he meant it or going to see Chris Wood's feet. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say he saw Callum Hudson-Odoi there. But what a pass. And a great run from Hudson-Odoi. He just took it. Tarek Mitchell couldn't get back at him. He was too quick. And he's just gone near post. Dean Henderson probably not going to be happy with that, but who cares? Hudson-Odoi there with a nice little finish. Forest back on level terms. Forest in the ascendancy now.
Douglas Luiz is a man who's going to take the corner. Early corner for Forest, 90 seconds played. It's from the left-hand side, right-footed, in swinging, and gets all the way towards the back edge of the box and driven in by Nico Williams. Well, it may have taken Liverpool 95 minutes to break Burnley down. It's taken Forest 2. The corner was not dealt with by Burnley. It was allowed to travel a long way, and it bobbled out to Nico Williams.
Oh, what a great start and a great strike from Williams there. You rightly say that, Colin. It was a lovely corner in, and Burnley didn't really deal with it. And they didn't have anybody who was actually on the edge of the box, Burnley, so the ball's rolled out to Nico Williams, and he said, as you said, he's run up to the ball, smashed the ball right-footed, and it took a slight deflection, but the pace and the accuracy, it smashed right in the top corner, giving the goalkeeper no chance whatsoever. A brilliant start.
Faced by Dalot, rolls it back to Yates at the corner of the penalty area. He fires over the cross. Gibbs,
yes!
Header! Forest score! Yates with the cross, Gibbs-White's header at the Trent end, and Forest are on terms. 3 minutes into the second half, the Premier League scoring drought is over.
Nice bit of patient play from Forest. Yates touches the ball and just a measured cross into the box. For the first time, we've got a quality cross going in. Yates has put it right on the sixpence on Gibbs-White, and Gibbs-White just pushed it into the corner.
Ndoye wide right, he's got the chance to cross, flicks off a defender, Jesus heads it down, breaks it.
Yes! Getting there!
Savona's first goal for Forest, and he's fired it in from really close range. Gets his first Forest goal. Forest get 2 in 2 minutes, and from being 1 down at half-time, they lead Manchester United by 2 goals to 1.
It's brilliant. Again, it's just a simple cross going in the box has caused confusion. Jesus gets up and heads the ball down, and Savona just sneaks around the back of the Man United defence.
Wins the header and finds Savona well forward. He gives it to Ndoye. Ndoye trying to wriggle away from Ampadu near the byline, pulls over across.
Goal.
Perry is
Gets in, Sangaré.
Straight out to Sangaré. Perry parried, and 8 yards out, Ibrahim Sangaré scores for Forest on hand to fire in side-footed. The rebound after the cross from Ndoye had been parried away by Lucas Perry right into the danger area, and there, just in front of the penalty spot, is Ibrahim Sangaré, faced by Goodmanson near the byline, jinking out onto his left foot to fire over the cross. Gibbs-White's header, and Forest are in front. Gibbs-White scores again with his head. Second week in a row in front of the Trent end. Great ball from Murillo. Diagonal right through the Leeds half. And then Omari Hutchinson skipped out from the byline onto his right foot, curled over the cross, and Gibbs-White met it with his head, and Forest lead by 2-1 midway through the second half. Wonderful from Murillo, fabulous cross from Hutchinson, and the finish for the second week in a row from Morgan Gibbs-White with his head. Forest 2, Leeds 1.
What a ball from Murillo, 2 great balls.
Bang on 90 minutes, Forest leading Leeds 2-1. Elliot Anderson from the penalty spot fires it in. Great penalty from Anderson. Keeper goes the wrong way. Forest 3, Leeds 1. Anderson's first goal of the season, heading for their first Premier League win under Sean Dyche. And certainly closing the gap. Corner to come from Elliot Anderson, and it's come back post for Murillo to fire home and put Forest in front at Anfield for a second year in a row. 32 minutes on the clock. Liverpool are behind. Referee Andy Madley is checking with VAR, and Forest are celebrating in front of their supporters. To Anderson, now Domínguez again down the left-hand side. Little ball into the penalty area for Williams, who's away from McAllister and lays it back.
Yes!
Nicolò, Savona
again!
Side foot into the top corner. His second goal for Forest, and Forest's second goal of the afternoon. Good play by Williams and the other fullback with a fine finish into the top corner, side-footed from about 8-10 yards out. 2-0 Forest.
Unbelievable scenes at Anfield from Forest on this left-hand side, and rightly so. 2 fullbacks involved in this goal.
Gravenberch, but he cramped up again. The free kick is driven by Murillo, wide to the right for Hutchinson. Hutchinson having a run at them into the penalty area. Chance to shoot. Allison saves. Comes in. Right, it's 3-0. Yes! Gibbs-White scores. Forest are 3-0 ahead at Anfield. Murillo's free kick driven away to the right-hand side, and Omari Hutchinson ran into the penalty area, swayed away from his man, hit the shot with his right foot, and when it was blocked, it came out to Morgan Gibbs-White, who swept it home in front of the Kop and goes on a knee slide with his fingers in his ears away to the far side of the field. It is Liverpool 0, Forest 3. Knocks it back for Yates, and Hutchinson again, chance to run past Hwang Hee-chan. Hutchinson onto his left foot, curls over the cross.
Yes,
headed
get in there.
It's Jesus. This one's going to count. No suggestion of offside this time. And Igor Jesus finally gets his first Premier League goal. 72 minutes on the clock.
What a ball. As soon as it came off his foot, I knew it was going in that dangerous area. He's got a wand of a left foot. He's just dipping just in the middle of the 6-yard line. Sam Johnson's come out flapping, and Jesus has just rised above him. Jesus is so good in the air for his size. He's almost so good because he's fearless.
To say, why aren't you running after this? But, he wasn't, so...
I don't think he was convinced he was going to win it.
No. Oh, it's played out from the back. Sangaré nicks it, has to score.
Yes!
Instead it's Hudson-Odoi who puts it in after Vicario knocks it away from Sangaré. Spurs trying to play out from the back. They've had an absolute nightmare. Archie Gray caught in possession by Ibrahim Sangaré, who went on, saw the ball pushed away from him at his feet by Vicario, but straight to Callum Hudson-Odoi, who has the simplest of tasks to tap in and give it to Hudson-Odoi wide left. Hudson-Odoi taking on Bentancur, twisting one way and then the other, and firing. Oh! It's gone straight in! Hudson-Odoi from wide on the left-hand side! Cut away from his man, beat Bentancur onto his right foot, and it looked very, very much so as if he's meant every minute of the chip over Guglielmo Vicario and inside the far post. And this is brilliant from Forest. Anderson drives forward towards the edge of the box. He's got Hudson-Odoi outside him. Here is Hudson-Odoi. Jinks away from one. Lays it back for Sangaré. Oh! What a hit! What a strike from Ibrahim Sangaré, who signs off for AFCON with an absolute perler at the Bridgeford end. He smashed that in from outside the penalty area. Capitalising wing for Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi, little ball back in field towards Gibbs-White. Gibbs-White, little ball down the inside left channel now for Jesus, who feeds it.
Yes!
And Omari Hutchinson fires it in. What a goal from Forest! Morgan Gibbs-White and Callum Hudson-Odoi involved in the creativity, and then Igor Jesus fires over the cross back post for Omari Hutchinson to meet it on the half volley and side foot home his first Forest goal. It's against Manchester City, it's at the Trent end, and a move that started on the edge of Forest's own penalty area ends with the ball in Manchester City's net. Forest won. In it goes towards the 6-yard box. It is headed on.
Yes!
Near post and in. It loops in off the near post. I think it's Domínguez. Domínguez with a header near post that loops right up and over everybody and inside the far post. Nico Domínguez has scored, and Forest are level. Gibbs-White comes up now. Right-footed, sends it down the middle and in. Gibbs-White scores. Forest fans away to our right in absolute ecstasy in East London. Forest have taken the lead against West Ham United with 2 minutes to go. His lung-busting run down the right-hand side. Einer trying to take on his man now into the penalty area, and then just kind of lost control of it a bit. He scooped over across though towards Jesus. He controls and fires it in. Oh, what a goal from Forest! That is brilliant stuff, particularly from up. But this side of the near post, it's chested down by Igor Jesus, and then he turns and volleys it home on the turn across the face of goal and in, and it is 1-0 to Forest after 12 minutes. By Milenkovic to Gibbs-White, who controls it well and sends it down the right wing, and this is Taiwo Awoniyi. Awoniyi gets away from Vandenberg, not much to aim at. Awoniyi into the penalty area and holds on to it and fires it in. Taiwo Awoniyi with a wonderful goal. And Forest lead 2-0. He was just too strong for Vandenberg, the defender, and then went on and from a tight angle just side foots it home and into the net. And Taiwo Awoniyi has got his first goal of the season, and it puts Forest 2-0 ahead with 11 minutes to go. Awoniyi scores, and that will feel so good after all the problems he had at the end of last season. He turned Sepp Vandenberg, he went on into the 6-yard box, and somehow a gap just seemed to open up for him. Hurls it in long towards the near post area, headed up towards the penalty spot. Gibbs-White wins a header, nodded down again.
Goal.
Gibbs-White, volley in! Gibbs-White scores, and he's chested it down and volleyed it home, and Forest are in front after 5 minutes. Long throw from Awoniyi caused problems at the near post. It was nodded up in the air, out to Gibbs-White, who nodded it back in from the penalty spot. Inside, this is Omari Hutchinson, cuts infield, left foot cross, aimed at Lucca, and he heads in on his debut for Forest. Lorenzo Lucca scores, and Forest have a goal back with 5 minutes remaining. Good cross from Omari Hutchinson, and Lucca, 6'7", rising near post, heads in on his Premier League debut, and Forest have a goal. And maybe something to cling to for the last few minutes.
Well, again, it's the only
left back, right wing, left wing. He's played them all this season. Oh, beautifully done to set Igor Jesus away. Now Gibbs-White will take this on. Ah! What a majestic strike! That's some leveller. A dazzling hit from Morgan Gibbs-White, and it's 1-1. We've seen a couple of absolute crackers in this game already. What an absolute beauty that is. His 9th of the season in all competitions.
Forward down the right-hand side. Aina stretching Ndoye down the right-hand side, pulls over the cross, back post. Jesus nods it down. Gibbs-White has backheeled it in!
What skill!
What a goal from Morgan Gibbs-White, right in front of the Forest supporters. Fine break out of defence. Gibbs-White involved 10 yards inside his own half. Then Domínguez helped it on to Aina. And from Aina's cross, bearing in mind he's run through the length of the Manchester City half to get his crossover, nodded down and backheeled in. Incredible finish from Morgan Gibbs-White, who gets his 10th goal of the season and gets Forest on terms. 1-1, 12 minutes into the second half.
Yeah, well, the first time that Forest have actually showed some patience with the ball.
Gibbs-White pings it across the City half to Anderson. Anderson and Hudson-Odoi play a 1-2.
Yes!
Anderson buries a low shot from outside the penalty area into the bottom corner, 2 apiece.
Well, I have to say, Anderson, where have you been this season? We should have seen more goals like that. He gets in some brilliant positions within games and fails to finish off the move. He fails to finish off hitting the target. But my oh my, what a wonderful finish this evening.
Which Williams takes towards the back post. Header
yes!
In! Igor Jesus! Back post header, Forest in front. Good delivery from Nico Williams, who sent it towards a crowded back post. And just before half-time, Igor Jesus heads in from close range and races across with the rest of the Forest players to celebrate in front of joyous Forest travelling fans. They have been under the cosh. Goes outside him into the penalty area. Low ball back. Gibbs-White. Oh,
yes! Get in!
Gibbs-White from about 8 yards out. It ends up in the roof of the net. And Morgan Gibbs-White, at the club we almost joined in the summer, has put Forest 2-0 ahead. Clearance. Here is Williams firing over the cross.
Yeah!
Taiwo Awoniyi.
Left wing.
Matsel's delivery out to him. Williams, left-hand side, fires a curling cross towards the back post, and Awoniyi side foot volley. 3-0 Forest. with 3 minutes to go. The first goal was crucial, the second goal was important, the third goal has wrapped it up, and the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium's home sections are emptying rapidly. Awoniyi's shirt came off in the celebrations. He'll get booked. He will Gibbs-White, middle of the Villa half, turns it right-hand side. This is Ola Aina. Takes on two on the outside, fires over the cross, back post, brought down by Hudson-Odoi, faced by Cash, lays it back for Williams to drive.
Yes!
Nico Williams fires it low, past Marco Bisot, is rewarded by their first goal of the game. It is 1-1, and Forest back on terms as they score here at the City Ground. It's such an unusual sight over recent weeks and games, but they've scored in the Premier League for the first time under Vitor Pereira, and they are on terms. Good cross, back post, brought down by Hudson-Odoi and thumped in right-footed by Nico. This is left-footed, back post, and it's volleyed away. Milenkovic nods it back in. That's going to come for Gibbs-White.
Yes, Gibbs-White.
Equaliser for Morgan Gibbs-White, who's been quiet all afternoon, but gets Forest going finally after 62 minutes. The ball was lofted back into the penalty area. There was a header from a defender, which went back off the top of his head, straight into Morgan Gibbs-White, who from an angle about 8 yards out did the rest, controlled, and then he was on the edge of the 6-yard box by the time he tucked it into the net. Wood helps it on, and then well done by Jesus, held on to it and then gave it Hutchinson. Hutchinson into the box, goes outside Hartman, pulls over the cross, back post,
yes!
right volley, he's done it again, back post, and Forest have turned it right round. 24 minutes into the second half, 2 in 7 minutes for Morgan Gibbs-White, and Forest are 2-1 ahead over Burnley. Really good play this time. Gibbs-White and Wood, and then Jesus out to the right-hand side for Hutchinson. Hutchinson looked up, delivered the cross deep beyond the back post, and Gibbs-White peeling away. Corner of the 6-yard box again, hammers in a right-footed volley across the face of goal, low down and in. Gibbs-White's got two, Forest have got two, and on a must-win afternoon at the City Ground, Forest were 1 down, and now they lead 2-1. I was beginning to wonder if he was still there or he'd been taken ill or something, but here's Yates, right wing position, fires over the cross, header.
Oh,
it's a hat-trick! It's Morgan Gibbs-White! What a header! What a cross from Ryan Yates! Straight off the bench, crosses from the right. Gibbs-White steers his header beyond Dubravka. First time they've done that here at the City Ground since before Christmas against Spurs, and Morgan Gibbs-White has got all of them. A hat-trick for Gibbs-White. This is a header from the penalty spot, steered wide of Dubravka. No doubt about the Forest hero this afternoon. At half-time they were 1 down. Gibbs-White's got 3. It's Forest 3, Burnley 1.
What a header that is.
For the anticipated celebration. Not that the job is anywhere near done just yet. Here's Domínguez for Igor Jesus. Through on goal, 1-on-1. Back they get 2 here.
Yes!
Igor Jesus has done it. Jesus has wrapped things up deep into stoppage time. 8 minutes into stoppage time. Deep into added time. And Forest take a huge step towards Premier League safety.
Yeah, great goal. Great ball through for Domínguez. He took his finish very nicely, to be fair to him. In this second half, they've made Burnley look average, which is what they are.
Omari Hutchinson with another corner from the right-hand side. Rolls it out short this time to Anderson. Gets it back. There's the cross, back post. Yes! The header from Jesus at the back stick. Forest are ahead. It's 1-0 to the Reds after 16 minutes. Igor Jesus scores again like he did at the weekend. It's his 5th Premier League goal. And Jesus got his head to it. I think it bounced off a defender on its way in. I think he headed it into a Sunderland defender. And it's ended up in the Sunderland net. Forest in front. Half an hour played, 1-0 Forest. Oh, Ruffs has dropped it straight at the feet of Wood, who gets it back here from Gibbs-White.
Yes!
Blackstone's down. Chris Wood on target for the first time since his return to the first team. Chris Wood got a touch to it. That deflected it to Gibbs-White, who played it back into Chris Wood. And Wood wasn't going to miss that opportunity. Slots it home from around about 12 yards out. Gets his 4th goal of the season and his first for 6 months, and makes it Sunderland 0, Forest 2. Hutchinson, corner's taken short to Anderson. Anderson gives it back to Neco Williams. Williams now from the corner of the penalty area, crosses deep, nodded down. Gibbs,
yeah!
3-0!
Oh my God!
Morgan Gibbs-White makes it 3. He gets a 16th goal of the season, a 13th in the Premier League. Morgan Gibbs-White swept it in. It's 3-0 after 34 minutes at the Stadium of Light. First an own goal, then Chris Wood, now Morgan Gibbs-White, yet again, yet another goal for Gibbs-White, and yet another goal in the first half for Forest. Backheeled by Anderson to Hutchinson, there's the cross, it's headed away. Aina hits the shot, that's blocked, comes back post, It is! It's Igor Jesus! It's 4-0 after 36 minutes! Forest are all over Sunderland. They cannot cope with them. Jesus volleys in at the back post after yet another set piece. He's scored that one as it comes to him back post. He's had a lot of time and the ball has come down, but he just volleys it home. He was in acres of space. Nobody anywhere near him. And Jesus makes it 4-0 Forest after 37 minutes. Again, it's a Hutchinson cross, headed half away. But it's teed up now for Domínguez. Awoniyi turning. Anderson! Yep. 5-0. Elliot Anderson.
Thank you very much.
The Geordie. And it's the man from just up the road, Elliot Anderson, who will thoroughly enjoy that moment. He'd have liked a few more Sunderland fans to still be in the ground to have seen Anderson make it 5-0. But that crowns a superb night for Forest at the Stadium of Light. It's +5 in the goal difference. Yates stabs it down the right-hand side for Bakwa and was caught late. Bakwa takes on Cucurella and beats him, and Awoniyi heads in! Awoniyi's header! Forest with the perfect start. Forest are ahead at Stamford Bridge. Yates took one for the team. Good advantage played by Anthony Taylor. Yates caught really late by Derry, but he played it down the right-hand side for Dylan Bakwa, who took on Cucurella on the outside and pulled over the cross, and there was a pretty much unmarked Taiwo Awoniyi, who returns to the starting lineup and scores inside 2 minutes. He gets his 3rd goal of the season. He's got some important goals at Stamford Bridge down the years. That might just be another. What a start. Robert Sanchez. Jesus comes up, right.
Yes!
He sent it down the middle. Sanchez dives out the way. Igor Jesus scores his 6th Premier League goal, his 16th overall, and Forest's 2nd of the afternoon inside the opening 15 minutes at Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea 0, Forest 2. Lays it off to the right for Elliot Anderson, plays it down the line, lovely brawl and a lovely run from Gibbs-White, who looks up and
yes!
Taiwo Awoniyi, and it's 3-0. Oh, that's brilliant from Elliot Anderson and Morgan Gibbs-White. Absolutely superb link-up play. Gibbs-White laid it off for Anderson and charged down the inside right channel, and Anderson played it back to him. Nobody went with him. He looked up and squared it in for Taiwo Awoniyi, who's come back to Stamford Bridge and scored twice again. Lucca goes and retrieves for Forest, comes outside the penalty area, leaves it for Anderson. Little ball into McAtee. McAtee gives it back to Anderson, who's running through, and he scores! Hutchinson cramps up as he fires into the Trent end net. A goal against his boyhood club with a couple of minutes remaining to rescue what could be a priceless point. It could be the point that Forest need as long as they see out the job. Great burst into the box, good feed from McAtee back into his path, took it into his stride, and from the corner of the 6-yard box, left-footed, found the far post. Takes it out short to Anderson at the corner of the penalty area, shrugs off Ahmad's challenge, and crosses!
Oh, what a ball!
There's the header from Morato!
What a ball!
Great cross from Elliot Anderson, and Morato scores a header from close range to score his first goal of the season at Old Trafford to head in Forest's equaliser. 8 minutes gone in the second half. Manchester United 1, Forest 1.
Well, it was a great little routine corner there, a little short one. Anderson plays a shot, gets it short from Hutchinson, but he spins on a sixpence there to negate an opportunity to cross the ball with his right foot. Brilliant whip into that 6-yard box.
And here's Anderson, right corner of the penalty area. Low ball in, Gibbs-White steers it home.
What a goal.
With a lovely finish. And a yellow card now for Casemiro for the challenge on Bakwa, which has still left the Forest man down. Bruno Fernandes is furious and in the face of the fourth official, and indeed Vitor Pereira, because he thought Jesus fouled him earlier in the move. No doubt VAR will pick up on that if it was the case. And you'd imagine he's going to hit it. Hutchinson moves first, back heels to Gibbs, White, who hits it low into the corner. Mass comes off, over to the Bridgeford end, and he points to himself. And I think he's holding up 10 fingers and thumbs as well, as if to say, I'm the number 10. Love that celebration from Morgan Gibbs-White. Little back heel from Omari Hutchinson, and then Gibbs-White belted it low to Georgi Petrovic's right. And he scores yet again, Gibbs-White. His 15th Premier League goal of the season, his 18th of the season.